Hello Year Fives. So this is your first little video for this week. I think I've got 3 for you this week, which seems a little extravagant, but we're going to have a go. There's some great challenging maths for you this week, and we're starting off with using what we know to divide and multiply lots of different numbers. So you can see here's a sum that you know the answer to. Hopefully all of you know the answer to this sum. 10 times 46. You all know it's actually written there. It's 460. So the question is, I think, what can we use this fact to find out? So there's lots of different things we could know. Maybe some of these things you could work out quickly. You could work out 5 times 46. You could work out 15 times 46, 20 times 46, 21. For example, 5 times 46. Did you know how to do that? Maybe we could just half it. 5 times 46 must be 230. Must do 15 times 46 then is those two things added together. And 20 times 46 is double the answer to this. So you should be able to know that that's going to be 920. Yes, it took me a moment to work it out as well. And then if we know that, then we can just add 46 on to find 21. So you can see there are lots and lots of different ways, different things that we can work out by just knowing one good fact. And there's other things too. So there's a question then, well, if we can do these quickly, how could we work out 19 times 46? You got any ideas? If you know that 10 times 46 is 460, now you could get your pencil out, get your piece of paper out and do a nice written method. It's quite hard, isn't it? You could use the grid probably. But perhaps if we know this, and we've found out this is the key here, if we know that 20 times 46, okay, was 920, all we have to do is take 146 away. That's the key. We're not taking 1 away from 920. The answer is not 919, okay? It's 20 46s, take away 146. That's 19 times 46. So you can see here, the answer is 874. Now, some of you might be able to do that in your head like that, okay? Some of you might need a bit of jottings, a bit of writing down. You might not need to write it all down like that, but you might need to do some. So there's lots of different things. Maybe you could do one now. Have a go. Could you think of one? You could pause my video if you want to and think of a 2-digit number, and then you could use it to find 5 times that, 20 times that, and 21 times that if you know 10 times that. Have a go. So did you do it? If you did, well done. If you didn't, we're going to move on anyway. So here are some other questions, look, all right? So if we could write down the answers to these things, if you've got a piece of paper handy, I would have a go. Again, not too hard, okay? If you look at them, quite straightforward, 20 and 30. I mean, you know, hopefully, your 6 times table. You're starting to have a good go at your 7 and 8 times table now. So here they come. Here are the answers, okay? Because we can just use our times tables. 20 times 6 is the same as 2 times 6 times 10. So it's 120. And then we can move on. Here are the answers. 180. 20 times 7 is 140. 30 times 7 is 210. 20 times 8 is 160. And 30 times 8 is 240. Now, we're going to use these. This is the hard bit, okay? And in a minute, you're going to hopefully get onto your sheets that you've got or the online pages to have a go at some questions. And there are some tricky questions because we are working with division, but we can use our written methods of division. We could use all sorts of different methods of division, but today we're having to go at using what we know or working out quickly things to then help us find answers to more difficult sums. So for example, you can see here 123 divided by 6. Now, I'm looking at my 2 things that I've got divided by 6 here, all right? And one of them is going to give me a pretty good clue, all right? Can you see it? All right, here we go. So look, yeah, so 20 times 6. I know that 20 6s is 120, all right? So that means 6 fits into 120 20 times, all right? Are we all good with that? I hope so. This is where division gets a bit confusing, but it fits in, doesn't it? Actually, we could just multiply until we get there, but that would take quite a long time. But we know it's a big chunk, isn't it? So we know that, all right? 20 times 6 is 120. So, can I fit any more 6s in? I can't, actually. So I know that actually the answer is 20 and 3 left over. Now, in this case, they've been very clever. And this is what it's asking you to do today. It's asking you to take that remainder 3. Remember that we can turn that into a fraction. 3 on the top, the divisor on the bottom, 3/6, okay? And if you're feeling really clever, you could quickly simplify that to half, all right? So they've done that straight away. They haven't even bothered with the faffing about, all right? But you can do the bit of faffing about if you want. Remember, when we have a division sum, all right, and we want to turn the answer into a fraction, remainder is the numerator on the top. The divisor, that's the 6 here, that's the thing we're dividing by, is the denominator on the bottom. So this 3 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 3/6, which is the same as a half. All right, here's another one. All right, and again, we've got the answers in front of us, really. All right, because we know that 7 goes into 140. How many times? 20 times. Fantastic. All right. So it goes into 154 20 times as well, but there's some more left over. Now, we can't say remainder 14 because that's just lazy. All right. And actually, we know that 7 goes into 14. So it goes in 20 times. And how many more times if there's 14 left? It's 2 more times, isn't it? So the answer is 22. 20 times 7 is 140. 14 is 7 times 2, so 154 divided by 7 is 22, all right? I'm moving quite fast because, well, just because I think it's boring if I don't. But you can come back and have a look again, and if you're really struggling, watch the video with your mum or your dad and see if they can slow my descriptions down, all right? So you can see, we know that it goes in 20 times for 140 and 2 more times for 14 to make 22 times. That's how many times it fits in. That's what division is. We're seeing how many 7s we get into 154. All right. Last one, I think, for this slide. All right, a bit of a bigger one. And again, it's not going to be a whole number answer like the last one. All right, I can tell you that straight off because I'm feeling very clever, partly because I've seen the answers. But you can see here, oh, straight away, we're cooking. 38 is 240. So we know that the answer is 30. Any more 8s fit in? We've got 4 left over. Can I fit any more 8s in? I can't, can I? Okay. So it's going to be 30, remainder 4. Or we can do that fraction, remainder on the top. That's the 4. Divisor on the bottom. That's the 8. So you can see here they've done it straight away. Okay. And it's 30 and a half. All right. So that's all for now, all right, but you're going to have a go at doing some of this today. Come back and watch the video if you're looking confused. If you're like, oh, what's going on? Think about the dividing bit is the challenge, all right? I think multiplying with known facts is quite straightforward, but when you're dividing, it's about holding that stuff in your head or using your piece of paper to jot it down. You can use their jottings here like this, okay? Nice, and you can spread them out a bit, but you know 38 to 240, left over is 4, so that is remainder 4, all right? And have a go. I hope it goes well. And I've got another couple of videos coming later this week with some more stuff for you to have a go at. Good luck.